I was bruised and battered, I couldn't tell what I felt. I was unrecognizable to myself. Saw my reflection in a window and didn't know my own face. So, brother, are you gonna leave me wasting away on the streets of Philadelphia?
It's kind of where we're at, man.
Yeah. It's just this. It's been tough. It's been tough.
Just walking through the streets of Philadelphia, just wondering what the hell's going to happen next.
Dude, there were some brutal beats last week. You experienced probably the worst that I can remember in about
This is
10 years.
literally the song that popped into my head as I saw what's his face picking up a blocked field goal, scoop and score, and just destroying my Sunday.
That was genuinely insane. I was watching that going, oh my God, not only they blow a 26-7 lead, but the way that ended. 2 block field goals, 1 at the end, return for a touchdown with no time left. Just absolutely absurd beat. Absurd.
So what do we do, Matt?
We keep firing. I mean, this is what it is. At the end of the day, we tell people when they listen to the podcast, gambling's ebbs and flows. It's up and down. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I've gotten so many texts about just the best bets going 0-3, which is brutal. It's brutal. But this week was the first time I felt like, okay, I was on the wrong side. I have no problem losing the game in Atlanta. If a kicker's going to miss field goals, that's fine. Like, what are you going to do? Denver, they won that game. I'm still convinced of it. NFL cheated. Either way, should have covered. They were the right side. Monday, not so much. Lions were the better team. I couldn't believe what they did. End of the day, Tuck, we've been doing this show for 2 years plus 3 weeks. And I got to be honest, like when I say gambling's a marathon, not a sprint, 28-9-2 still on best bets. I have my full confidence. I'm ready to go. 76% I've given you in 2+ years. We're getting back on the track. We just got to hit some. We just got to see one go through the uprights. And I hate this card. So what better week to do it? You know what they say? If you hate the card, you make it love you. That's what we got to do. It's what we got to do. My favorite game, arguably my favorite game, not my best bet, but close to it, is Thursday night. So we can't play that. So that's cool. Am I doing this solo? Am I calling coward now? Are you this sad? Don't be sad.
I'm sad, Matt.
I know, but don't be. Look, there's nothing to be sad about. This is gambling.
I pull at my pockets inside out, and it's just dust goes off in the air, and moths fly out of it like a cartoon. And I'm a fucking dope.
It's frustrating to me because last week I actually had a pretty good week gambling, to be totally honest with you.
Good.
Like I did. I said on the show I had better numbers, so you bet early. Like try to do it. We can give out what we give out. I had the Niners on the money line. I gave out 1.5. I didn't think they'd not win the game by 2 points. Just happened to be. I got lucky on that. Denver, I pushed on. I also had a 3.5. Like there was a 3.5 for like 20 minutes, and I grabbed it.
Mm-hmm.
So I hit that and I pushed it. I did 2 bets. So like I did okay. The Ravens, though, still that was a bad loss for me. And
so yeah, I don't know what the hell happened in Baltimore. I barely watched that game. Just long day.
I can tell you, their defense sucks. They have real problems there. Like this is not like a. The reason I bet Baltimore was because Detroit's offensive line had injury woes, 2 guys out, and their backup offensive linemen are dominating. They said on the broadcast they have not given up over a 90-yard touchdown in Baltimore since 1991. Detroit did it twice, 98 yards, 95 yards. Just ran down their throats.
Is that good?
It was so bad to watch. I actually, You know this about me. I do not cash out when I play on like the apps that allow you to do that.
Sure.
I do not cash out. When the Ravens went up 21-14 in the third quarter, I was very close to cashing out because I'm like, I'm on the wrong side. I knew I was on the wrong side.
Hmm.
I didn't do it. I wish I did it, clearly, but Jesus, that defense sucks, and it's not. I know Baltimore bounces back. Uh, we got to talk about them. They have problems. That defense is not good.
I think they can fix that.
Well, they need their run stopper there. What's his name was out. That sucked late in the week.
All right, so for
What are you
week
gonna do?
3, just give
It
me
sucked.
like a 30-second recap.
Oh, we got to do it. We got to do the recap. It's part of the show, and it sucks when we suck, but is what it is. Steelers -1.5. Best bet hit for you. 2-1 best bets, Tuck. So for the people, you should be listening to Tucker on his best bets and not me right now. That's just the way it goes. So
I'm going with my gut on these Patriots picks, and spoiler alert, got another one this week. Hey, if it's my best bet and I'm feeling good about it, I'm going to keep giving them out. Best bet, right?
Watching that game, it's like they wanted to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, what? No reason they didn't win that game outright. Never mind, like,
Well, that was part of my handicap, though, right?
yeah, no, I know, but like, they keep making mistakes.
Inexperience.
Yep, they keep making the mistakes.
Yep.
But a nice hit there for you. Bad hit for you as a fan. The Rams, we talked about that at the open. Worst break of the league. That is just as bad as it gets in gambling. Just as bad as it gets. Just
It's
nothing
like,
else to say.
take a steel-toed boot directly to my scrotum 10 times. That's what it felt like watching that. Ugh.
Just terrible. Falcons decided not to show up, so that killed the over in the Panthers-Falcons game.
Listen, another thing about that, like, Panthers put up 30. Come on.
And you
Tell me, hey, going into this game, the Panthers are going to put up 30 points. Over the total in this one is 43.5. You think it's going to go over versus the Falcons? My answer would be yes.
That was gross.
Yeah. Keep going.
Sunday Night Football, worst game I've ever watched in my life. Yeah, the Giants +6. I actually thought you were going to get that cover at the end. Russ had him driving down, and he threw 4 straight passes into the crowd, so that was good. Going for a cover. Giants once again show up without a kicker. Is Graham Gano just the guy that gets hurt in warmups more than anyone on earth? Like, how does this keep happening? And how do we like what's going on? Then their holder is like their punter, and he has the kick, and then Gunnar Olszewski's their holder. What a disaster! What a disaster!
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs did what they did. The Chiefs did what they do, and they didn't have Worthy, which I got a little very nervous about. That went downward as the week went on. So this is what we do. You take some risks early on in the show, right? Like, that is what it is. And then the Ravens -4.5. That was a double like for us. We talked about that. That was terrible. That was just the wrong side. The Lions were the better team. And I just didn't see that coming. Not at home. That's the game the Ravens usually roll. So 1-4 for you, Tuck, but you did hit your best bet. For me, lost my best bet once again, 0-3. Not where we want to be, but we're going to keep grinding. We're going to keep grinding. Denver was a push +3. That game pissed me off. Denver, again, should have won. Justin Herbert. Jesus, the guy is delivering. I mean, that Denver defense kicked the shit out of that. The Chargers. They kicked the shit out of him. And that he's making plays on the run, running to his left, getting hit, throwing perfect 25-yard dimes to Keenan Allen. Okay, what are you going to do? I mean, just good player making good plays. Chargers forced the push. So no win for me. San Francisco -1.5. That was a loss on the card. That sucked that they did not cover that and still won. What are you going to do there? Chicago +1.5 was easy. They rolled Dallas. That Dallas defense was terrible. CeeDee Lamb helped, but that Dallas defense is horrible. That was where the handicap lied. It was a get-right spot for Caleb. I don't think CeeDee makes a difference. I mean, a closer game, yes, doesn't make a difference, but Dallas is they're bad on defense. And the Chiefs -5.5 with the win. So 2-2-1 for me. 4-11 overall for you, Tuck. 2-1 on best bets. 6-8-1 for me. 0-3 on best bets. Time to get going. I want the month of September to just end. That's what I would like.
Don't even say the Green Day lyric or I'll fucking end it right now.
Well, I wasn't planning on doing that.
Thank you. Appreciate that. If you haven't done so already, subscribe on socials at Bettor In-Laws. Your best bet college pick 6 hit. I saw that.
We had a great day in college. I was like 8-2. I gave out 6 picks. I was 8-2.
Yep.
I had a really good gambling weekend. It just didn't show up.
Right.
Like
Pause.
looking at the card at 2-2-1, it's frustrating.
So if you want that college 6 pick that Matt gives out every Saturday morning, you got to follow us at Bettor In-Laws on Instagram, and we also have TikTok and all that stuff. So
Yes,
is that subscribe on YouTube if you haven't done so already. All right, let's turn the heavy page over to from week 3 to week 4, and let's get some fucking W's here.
we got a couple double likes on the card this week.
Yeah, we did last week too, there, brother.
Only one. Only
Did-
Baltimore.
oh.
We went head to head once last
Yeah.
week.
So I'm seeing we got 1 double like, which
2.
I actually really like.
2.
Oh, we have 2. We do.
Mhm.
Really?
Yep. First 2 we're going to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at us.
Look at us.
That could be
What could go wrong, folks?
like I always say, that's either really good or really bad. So let's start. Let's just start with the double likes. How about that? How about some
Start.
sort of positivity?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying, baby.
We're going to grind through this. We're grinding through this.
That is a grind at least. Yep.
Listen, the reality is this is content, and we wanted to give you guys new content.
Yeah, I'm
we
trying
can't
to
just
keep it
always give out
exciting.
winners, so we're trying to lose a little bit. All right, just
Yeah. So fucking relax, everybody.
yeah, relax.
So you were getting bundled with texts, huh?
No, just like people are like, you okay? You all right?
Oh,
Like
okay.
we weren't even like saying
Okay.
anything. People get it. I mean, like
So it's not like
I had a couple buddies that actually one particular buddy that reached out was like, just so you know, your record on the show's what I said earlier. So
What
use
do you-
that. Use
Who's
that.
your friend? Who's your friend?
76%.
Who's your? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. Appreciate that.
I appreciate that.
And I
It's
hope
nice.
the loyal audience relays that to new listeners and tells them to take it easy. You know,
It's all right.
Just
We're gonna
take
be
it
fine.
easy.
We're gonna be fine.
take it easy. All right. All right. We got let's go with the likes here. We'll start with the double like. Get the people going here.
Let's go.
I'll start. And this kind of sucks because I'm seeing it moved. I had lines -8.5. I'm seeing 9.5 now.
Yeah, that's because you use DraftKings. There's 8.5s out there. 9s, 9.5s, 8.5s. There's kind of all over. I even see a 10 and a buck that no one.
Listen, I like it at
Six is
8.5. I like it at 9.5. I like it at 10.5. I like it at 11.5. Like it
Oh,
at 12.5.
Jesus. All right.
I think this is going to be a fucking blowout by the Lions. Square. Yep, you betcha. But the Browns are coming off this big victory, home versus Green Bay. I think they're going to get their doors blown in Detroit because Detroit, when they're at home, play absolutely incredible. Offense is clicking on all cylinders. The crowd is juiced up. It's a major home field advantage. And the fact that they just went into Baltimore on Monday Night Football and came out with that victory is going to be huge for the crowd to pop on Sunday. And I don't think the Browns are going to have an answer. I know they gave up a ton of points, but kind of like what you saw from the Detroit defense with that Baltimore Ravens offense. They came up with some big plays, right?
Mhm.
I think this is blowout written all over it. And I'm going to keep it simple here. Just lines -8.5 or 9.5, whatever. I'll take it.
Yeah, I have full agreement. You mentioned a lot of the handicap. Usually this spot I would hate for Detroit because they just came off a big Monday night win
Right.
on the road. Now go
Yep.
back home Sunday to play the lowly Cleveland Browns. Not so lowly. I mean, they shut out for like 3.5 quarters, and then all of a sudden they scored 10 points in 37 seconds and then end up winning the game after like talk about insane ending to that game. Just a massive win for Cleveland, so that nullifies any big win that it had for Detroit. Now we're back home in Detroit. One thing about Detroit, they're going to score points, and they're at home on the fast track. I know Cleveland's defense is lights out right now, but this is a different speed on the track.
Yep.
I think where Cleveland likes to get you is at home, on the grass, outdoors, cold weather. They're going to be tough to score against. They have one hell of a defense. It's not going to matter in this game. The Lions had just a perfect game plan against Lamar. I know they put up 31. They did not deserve 31 points, to be totally honest with you. It was a garbage time touchdown at the end that even gave them that.
Mhm.
And they had like 7 sacks on Lamar last week, and Cleveland's offense is just the worst offense I think I've seen an NFL team put out there. Like they are terrible. Joe Flacco is awful. All he's doing is checking down. Like they are.
I'd say maybe the Texans have a worse offense right now, but
The
yeah,
Texans have a
Cleveland-
worse offensive line right now. That's a problem.
Hmm.
But Cleveland's line is not the problem. The problem is like Joe Flacco. They do have Quinshon Junkins now back, and he's looked good for them. But man, they can't get the ball. They cannot throw the forward pass. It is like watching something out of like the 1960s. I don't understand what's going on with Cleveland. If the Lions score 20 points in this game, they're covering this number. And at the end of the day, they're scoring 20 points in this game. As good as Cleveland's defense is, fast track, Detroit, take it. I don't like it as much as you. I wouldn't be betting at 11.5. I'm not saying they won't win by that, but I do like it anywhere under 10.
Yeah, I was just being, I was
Just
being
for the
fresh.
people, because the line is we record on Wednesdays. Wednesday's a big line moving day from what I've seen from like Tuesday nights to Wednesdays. Oftentimes we have to change things on the fly because of movement, and we want to give out the right line. So this one I'm looking across, and it's literally 8.5 at FanDuel, 9.5 at DraftKings,
Yeah, I'll take
9 at
let's do 8.5.
Bet365. So like it's just everywhere right now.
All right. Yeah, I just look at that and that screams blowout,
Yeah, I think so.
especially
I'm
at
with
home.
you.
The second of the double likes is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers home versus the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm backing the Bucks on this one. I don't care about the Mike Evans injury in terms of the handicap. This kid, how do you pronounce his name? I'm sorry. Egaba?
Emeka Ibuka.
Mecca Abuka?
Abuka.
Yeah, he's really
He's
good.
nasty.
They're not going to get Godwin back this week, are they?
Yep.
Oh, they
Looks
are.
it. Looks it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I just think that seeing in the way that Philadelphia had to go balls to walls to get that win versus the Rams last week, where they were just playing from behind the entire game, like that's a big emotional bounce back, if you will, to go on the road now in Tampa, a team who they have struggled against. And I think that Tampa as a 3.5 point home dog is, I don't know, it's kind of insulting given this team's history versus this team. So I don't know if you want to add anything to that.
Sure do. Both of these teams are extremely lucky. Let's call it what it is. Both teams are 3-0, and both teams could be 0-3. If you go back to each one of these games, they could have lost every single one of them combined.
Yep.
So both 3-0, yes, which indicates to me, Tuck, not that they're just lucky, but they're good and they're delivering at the end of games. And like this is where like game on the line, Baker Mayfield slinging the ball around. We saw Jalen Hurts, massive comeback. They looked for 5 halves of football that they couldn't throw the ball. All of a sudden they come out in the second half against the Rams, and it's like, oh, they're the Eagles. There's the offense. Like they finally put it together. Beautiful comeback. You got to give them credit. Yes, there's luck, but there's also skill involved in this. So you got two teams that are good at the end of football games. Yes, Mike Evans ruled out today. We kind of knew that was coming. But also in addition to, I think they're going to get Godwin back. Another huge guy that's coming back is Tristan Wirfs. They need help on the offensive line, especially in this game. I will say this very clearly. If they didn't have Wirfs, I would not be betting this game.
Okay. Fair.
And I did bet it with the assumption that he is going to come back. From everything I'm reading and hearing, he's going to play. And that's huge because they have so many issues on the offensive line, and this is not the team to mess around with when you have offensive line issues. Now, that said, the Eagles also have huge problems in the secondary. It was the weakness of their team, but now they just lost their second and third corners in the last week game. So they're going to be playing with guys that just show up off the practice squad, like or whatever. Like their depth is being challenged in this game. And when you see a guy like Baker, that's not the best thing to see. One thing I just want to call out: Mike Evans is injured. That's a huge loss. This is not news. He's hurt every year,
Yeah.
and it doesn't
They're
slow
used to
Baker
it.
down. Like Baker's used to this. The difference is while he gets Godwin back, Emeka Ibuka is there, and he's a stud. You mentioned this. Like, he's been awesome. So, like, now he's got an extra weapon. He's usually throwing at nobodies. He's got Sterling Shepard out there. That he's got him rolling around looking pretty decent. So, like, they're fine. I think they'll be totally fine in the passing game. Once this went to 3.5, that's when I bet the Bucks. That was the move for me. At the end of the day, I think this is a field goal game. You mentioned the history. The Bucks have kind of owned them, especially down in Tampa. You think about it, though, this is kind of like the Patriots when they go to Miami. It's just you're traveling from north to south in September heat, the humidity, to be like 100 degrees on the field. Tampa's used to that. Philly will not be. Field goal game for me either way. I'm taking the team getting the hook on the 3.5. Give me the Bucks.
The other thing that you got to keep in mind is Bucks are number 6 in the NFL for their run defense. And if you saw last week, a team that has struggled mightily against Saquon Barkley, and that being the Rams, seemed like they kind of figured out a way to contain him last week. I mean, he had 2.6 yards per carry, and a lot of that was probably game script, but he still had 18 attempts rushing, and he had 2.6 yards per carry. And the Rams have a pretty good defense, as we all know. But the Bucks defense in terms of their rush D is ahead of them. So maybe they see something from the Rams tape last week that they can apply to this game and contain Saquon. Not to mention Saquon 3 games in has not surpassed 100 yards.
Nope.
So
that's
maybe
been the
we're
game
seeing
plan.
a little bit. Yeah. So maybe the other part of it is too, maybe we're seeing a little bit of a hangover from his a legendary season last year. Maybe that's carry over to this year. I don't know. But
That, and I think the fact that if you're going to beat the Eagles, you have to stop the run. You cannot let them run all over you. You run all over you, then Hurts opens it up. Like at the very least, you gotta commit to the run.
By the way,
stop it.
you mentioned the weather forecast. I am seeing 92 and isolated T-storms, so it's going to be
beautiful, very
bad
humid
down there. Yeah,
yeah, 100 degrees with the humidity. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Worry about
Mm-hmm.
the pesky dew point.
The dew.
Okay, my third like here, Matt, and I do not have a number for you because it doesn't matter, and you'll see that in the spreadsheet.
Oh.
Titans Texans under. What's the number? Can I guess?
11.
I'm gonna guess it is 40.5.
Way lower.
Okay.
Not way lower. 38.5.
Fucker, I was about to say that. Yeah, give me the under. Sorry. Both teams' offenses completely blow. I don't trust Cam Ward going into Houston against that defense. I don't trust the Texans offense at all. They have 0 running game whatsoever. Willie Marks, get the hell out of here with that. Don't know who you are. More of a pass catching back, if you ask me. They need a serious solution at the running back position there. Titans defense isn't the worst in the world. I just think this is going to be one of those gross, as you put it, Matt, PBS games.
I was thinking Cartoon Network this week for them.
Cartoon Nick, maybe the Learning Channel or something. Yeah. This is gross. So 38.5, fine. Give me the under on that one. Game sucks and it's going to be gross.
Game totally sucks. I don't even want Red Zone to show it. I will not put it on my
They might not
YouTube
because
TV.
It's going to be that boring.
Yeah, no one can get to the 50. I'd rather watch commercials. Red Zone, air your commercials this week instead of showing me the Titans Texans, please.
Or Wingstop commercials, please.
Yeah, Wingstop. It makes me hungry. I'm in.
Thoughts on that?
On Wingstop commercials?
No. This game.
I have no thoughts on this game. I hate this game. I actually just pretending it's not even like I don't. I'm to the point now with the Titans that like they're the worst coach football team.
Let's talk about the Titans.
They're the worst coach football team in the league.
Callahan just gave up his offensive play calling duties, right?
Yes, as he should have.
They should give up. That's the first sign that a coaching change is coming.
Yeah, the other thing I was going to say is he should actually give up his head coaching job because he's a bozo, and they're chanting it from the stands, and I couldn't agree more. I mean, they are pathetic to watch.
Yeah, Titans fan base is foaming at the mouth.
And I don't blame them. I mean, you can't. There is some talent there, and they're getting nothing returned. But they're a bad football team right now. Like, if I could tell you right now between New Orleans and the Titans, I actually think the Titans might be worse. We're at that territory for me. Who I've been telling you this ain't going to be the worst team in the league for since Derek Carr was the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, like past 2 weeks, we've either taken or alluded to the fact you're leaning the Titans the past couple of weeks, right?
Yeah.
In terms of the points, and it's 7, and I'm like, I can't get there. I'm sorry, I can't. Like you've boned us 2 weeks in a row. I'm done.
Jesus, take the wheel if it gets to 7.5, because you're gonna have to remove my finger from doing it. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna hate myself on Sunday. I'm gonna hate myself, but that is, I mean, who the hell are the Texans right now to be laying a touch? I get it. I get it, but this is
Sucks.
good God. Their offensive line is so bad, and Stroud is like a lost cause right now.
Remind me again why they traded Laramie Tunsil.
No, because they're just loaded. They're just loaded. You can't keep them all, right?
Ooh. Yeah.
Terrible. Just bad. Just
All right,
bad
man.
game.
Your third like.
Oh God, I just already put the sheet on the here. Hold on 1 second. I'm on the wrong tab. I'm just
Oh, you're back in the quarterback change.
Oh yes, I am backing the quarterback change. Give me the New York Giants plus 6.5, baby. This is a terrible spot for the Chargers. Absolutely horrific. So let's talk about this. 3 straight games for the Chargers against division teams, right? Played the Chiefs in Brazil, come back home. You play, or actually, no, he come back home from Brazil, yes, but right to Vegas to play the Raiders and then back home to play the Chargers. And now you're going to fly across country to play the Giants, who have finally made the quarterback change. And you have to believe that this gives everybody in that room some friggin' hope that they can complete a football pass.
MetLife Stadium, Matt, is going to be
Yes.
pumped up to say the least.
And you know
That
this,
place is
Tuck.
gonna
I
be
am a
to go to.
Jackson Dart guy. I am not a rookie quarterback covering in his first start guy.
Yeah.
But
No, Sunday's going to be fun at MetLife. A lot of
this
fun.
is a time to back the Giants. I just think it's a combination. It's not just Dart for me. I was looking at this even with Russ. Because here's the reality. If you're Vegas, let me ask you this, Tuck.
Sure.
You are the line's 6.5. Okay, that's pretty much where we were at last week. Who's better, the Chargers or the Chiefs? Right now.
Chargers.
Yes. Like, and the line is the exact same. Pretty much, because it closed up to 6.5
Sure,
in
yeah.
some spots.
Yep.
So you're telling me they're equal teams. I don't buy that. What I buy is that this is a terrible spot for the Chargers. And what I buy is the Giants now have momentum with Jackson Dart, even though the line hasn't really moved since they made that. Now, you move to a rookie quarterback, usually the line moves. It's not moving. So that's like, to me, these are things I look for. And when I was kind of looking into these things, like as bad as that game was last week, the Giants defense played well. They played well. They kept them in it. The offense was in the red zone. They just couldn't score points. They couldn't kick extra
It's a good
points. They couldn't
defense.
kick
Yeah.
field goals. Like the Giants, this is a big, this is like, you have all the momentum right now to at least play in a close game. You're starting the new quarterback. Yes, there'll be some ups and downs, but this gives Malik Neighbors life. Malik Neighbors looked like he was going to just like quit the team the other night. Like Russ didn't even target him
was
in the first
pressure.
half. He didn't target him. I'm like, what are we doing here?
It's like I know that the Chiefs, schemed it up and Spags did a nice job with Neighbors, but like Jesus, at least target the guy more.
It was insane. The last thing I just want to mention is like Denver beat the shit out of the Chargers, like their lines, and now you got another physical Giants defense coming in. There's a lot of injuries right now for the Chargers. Kudos to them for winning these football games. We started to talk about Khalil Mack, Denzel Perryman, all these guys. I mean, they lost another couple guys in this game. Najee Harris out for the year with that injury, so now they're down to just O'Marion Hampton, which could be a good thing, I guess. But I mean, they need somebody else to run the ball there. And the Giants, Cam Scatterbo getting involved with the Tracy injury a little bit more, and I think that's a positive thing for the Giants. So go young, lean on the defense, get Malik Neighbors the ball. Not only do I like the Giants 6.5, sprinkle the money line in this one. I think there's a real chance the Giants win this football game. I'm saying sprinkle. Don't go crazy. I'm taking the 6.5.
What's that at?
What did I get it at? It was, hold on a second, I'll tell you right now. Let me log in.
Probably like plus 195, maybe 170.
It was. Where are we? Here it is. No, I got it better than that. I was way over 200. I got it plus 250. I got it plus 250.
Jeez.
So it was worth a sprinkle at that number. Nothing crazy,
Yeah, sure.
but I'm playing it. And this might be the game that I have to just S my own D on next week when the Chargers win by 30. So just is what it is. But I love the spot for the Giants. I more so hate the spot for the Chargers. And then little momentum coming for the Giants.
All right, curious to get your take on my final like here, Matt, because I'm going against your Niners. I'm going to back the Jags at +3.5 here. Thursday Night Football's on deck for a huge game for the Niners next week with the Rams. Massive game. I don't know what the status of Brock Purdy's going to be. It seems like there's a good chance he plays this week. Seeing that Mac Jones is now banged up, maybe you could provide insight on that. But kind of like what I'm seeing with the Jags lately. Their defense is not that bad. They are top 10 in terms of rush defense, so maybe they can contain Christian McCaffrey a little bit here. And yeah, I like the hook +3.5. So that's the way I'm leaning or liking, I should say.
Yeah, here's my problem with it. Just to play devil's advocate, I'm not betting this game. I don't have a side, but what I would say is this line says Mac Jones is playing, and I think Brock Purdy's playing. So like my 2 cents, everything I'm
Wait,
hearing
what?
is this line tells me that Mac Jones is playing.
Okay.
There's -3s and
So you
-3.5s.
think Brock's going to play?
I do think Brock's playing, and I think this number's going to jump. So
Well,
that's what I get a little hesitant about. But I don't know. I don't
You
know.
think they would
Like,
just hold out Brock until Thursday? Wouldn't
well,
that
there's
make
a lot of money.
sense?
He's practicing. They
No, I know he's
practice. They start practicing. So like,
but like, if you have a big divisional game on Thursday Night Football, why not just wait to roll out Purdy then a few days later?
well, Tuck, if you watch the game on Sunday, I could give you a few reasons watching Mac play on Sunday where Brock Purdy's just a
Yeah.
better option, and you want to win as many games as you can with all the injuries that you have. Here's what I don't like about the Niners. I don't like the Nick Bosa for the year. That is a crushing of all the injuries they get.
Yeah.
That is just a brutal injury. There's rumors that they're trying to trade for, guys, and they're going to have to. I think Trey Hendrickson's a guy to watch about making a trade with the Bengals, especially if they start to lose some games. That is a name that I think you may see happen where he's
Even
on
after he inked up with because it was a 1-year deal,
that
right?
1-year deal. And
Yeah.
if they suck, watch that name.
That makes sense.
I think there's a real chance they move him there to San Francisco and try to get some draft capital out of it as well. So that's a little speculation, but that injury is a killer. But man, the one thing I'm going to say, I talked about how this was sneaky all off season and not enough people were talking about it. But now watching these games and having it delivered, Robert Saleh is the best defensive coordinator in football. The guy is a defensive coach. Like he has that
Well-
team and those pieces playing.
Yep.
And
That should be
at
his
the
job for life,
end
honestly.
of the day, that's what scares me about the Jags here because there's money coming in on the Jags. It opened 4.5 and came down. So I think the sharper side you're on. What I get nervous about is Trevor Lawrence has been so bad, and even without Bosa, like Brian Robinson Jr.'s got a drops problem. He dropped 3 balls last week. Like he is not. Like he's been struggling. I just worry about this Jags team. I mean, they haven't really played a strong. I mean, they played Carolina. They Burrow when he got hurt in this early second quarter, and then Houston last week, who's just inept.
Well, if Mac is playing, guess what?
The line it's the revenge spot.
Look at all the intel Jacksonville has on Mac.
Yeah, you can look at it either side, right? So, we'll see. It's just a game. I'm just going to sit back. I'm not going to bet either side. I do think if Purdy comes in, you'll see the shoot back up to like 4.5. I honestly don't know. What I'm reading, I would really believe Purdy's going to go this week. In fact, I hope he goes because they need him to get some game in there before you play the Rams on Thursday.
Yeah,
That's
you
my
can
2
make a
cents.
case for that too. Yeah, you can make a case for that. I would be surprised if Brock played, but that's just me.
I think he's going to go, and I think Jennings is going to be back for this one.
All right,
So, we'll see.
your final like Matt.
All right, my final like. You're gonna hate this. Everyone's gonna hate this. But I told you people last week you're gonna hate Chicago, and look what that did for us. So I think you're gonna hate it. And when we go ugly, we usually do good. Sometimes this was close to my best bet, but the number moved so much. I will tell you this. I bet this at 3. It's now 2 or 1.5, depending on where you're looking, and I still like it. So it's a like now. If this was still at 3, it was gonna be. I don't know what I would have did with my best bet, but it was one of these 2 teams. And so just to set the precedent there, that I really like this. On Atlanta +2. Teams coming off a shutout. They the next week 62% against the spread. Teams coming off a 30-point loss the previous week, 60% against the spread. Both of those numbers over the last 15 years. And, I think when you just look at the box score, listen, the Falcons played terrible, but it wasn't as bad as 30-0. 2 pick-sixes aren't happening every week. Penix just had a very bad football game. And, Carolina outgained on everything they did. Like every play, they had 4 yards per play. The Falcons had 5. The Falcons kept turning the ball over and missing field goals. That game should have been and could have been a lot closer had the field goals been made and they just didn't turn the ball over. So I like the Falcons were moving the ball up and down the field. They just couldn't score points. So when you get a game like that, the whole world's going to look at it and be like, oh my God, Atlanta sucks. How do they ever lose to Carolina? They get shut out by the Panthers. Like, yeah, normal take. But then you actually dive in and look at the numbers and you watch the game. They were moving the ball up and down the field. It's like they hit a wall when they get to the 30-yard line. They couldn't do anything else. So that feels a little fluky to me, just right off the top. Now, this is going to be the biggest overreaction of the week. Like the Falcons, first of all, they traditionally play better at home. They traditionally play better in a game that if you look on paper, they shouldn't win. They'll be competitive in that game. Look at week 2 against Minnesota. We loved the Falcons in that game, right? And look, they went out and outright won the game. They didn't just cover that. They beat them after a game they should have won in week 1 against Tampa, even though they were dogs. They controlled the whole game and then blew it in the end. So this is a spot where I like to play the Falcons. Now, the other side of this is Washington. They are really banged up. The secondary has injuries. They just lost a couple guys. McLaurin's looking like he's not going to play in this game. Jaden Daniels is a question mark. If he does go, he's not 100%. And then it's Mariota, who I do like, but not in this game. Washington is Washington's 20th right now in the league passing the ball. Atlanta's first against the pass. They're second overall in total yards. They're third in defensive yards per play. This defense is there. And this is another thing that's with a 30-0 loss. So just factor that in. 30-0 loss, and those are the stats for this defense. This defense is not the problem. The offense has been with Penix in particular. I look for him to bounce back. I think the wrong team's favored here. Give me the Falcons plus the 2 in this game.
All right, cool. Just fucking dealing with my wife's car not starting right now. Great. It's fucking
Hello to bet the Falcons, and we'll get the car started for free.
fucking Christ.
What's going on? It's just like something else. Does she have the key?
She have the key. Yeah. Something with a ESC system fucking light came on and now the car won't start.
Oh, tell her to just Google that, and it'll tell her exactly what's wrong.
Fucking
The car won't start is a bad
need-
omen.
I
It's
need
a
a
bad
key.
omen.
might
You need a
be.
drink?
Huh? Oh, jump.
Oh, jump.
Might as well jump.
We're gonna
Jump.
pop a little Lucy. We're gonna switch it up. It is Zinning in the show. We're gonna pop a Lucy today. And there we go. Gotta get the breaker.
What's
Hope you
loose?
heard that live on the air. Little espresso. Oh, the flavor is just bold, beautiful.
Oh, you.
We are not sponsored by Lucy Breakers, but I'll tell you what, these things
What is
are.
Lucy? Oh, that's like a Zen.
Oh, but they're so good. The espresso flavors. Woo.
Yeah, that fake espresso flavor.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the best. It's the best. It's like you're having an espresso martini right in your mouth. Right in your mouth while we do a gambling show at 1:00 in the afternoon.
There you go. I mean, you could just have espresso.
You could, but that takes a lot more effort, to be totally honest with you.
All right. Keep me posted on car. Thanks. Send.
All right, over under on days before Tuck's car is fixed. I'm setting it at 3.5. He's hoping it's the under. I'm actually going over. Could see this with the kids and then you working. I can see 4
Everything
days.
sucks. Everything sucks lately, you know?
Saw my reflection in a window, then know my own face, oh brother.
Like, seriously. All right.
You know what doesn't suck?
What?
9 a.m. football games.
Oh, yeah. Well, you want to do that first or the Thursday night football?
Oh, yeah, that's right. We didn't cover about Thursday. Well, it's not Thursday. I actually like a couple things on Thursday.
So Cardinals are home, taking on the red hot Seahawks. They are home dogs of 1.5. Total is 43.5. Am I crazy for wanting to back the Cards here?
Nope, that's the play, Tucker. Everyone in the world thinks that the Cardinals are going to lose this game, and they're not. The line flipped. Seahawks were 1.5-point dogs. We've seen the line flip. I like the
Seahawks were
Cardinals in the
dogs?
spot, and I like the under. What's that?
I didn't realize the Seahawks were dogs. Wow.
They were when they opened. And look, if you look at this game, we're like you started to hear some stats we're throwing in to the handicap. This is the point of the season where you can start to believe in that. If you look at like expectations of these teams, I think both teams have played to expectation. Would you agree with that? Like the first 3 weeks, like the Niners, Seahawks battle,
Well,
close
I would.
division game.
Are
Like,
you talking about the Seahawks in Arizona?
yeah, I'm just saying overall, I think both of these teams so
I'd say the
far this season
Seahawks.
have played to their expected.
No, I think the Seahawks have surpassed expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think they're the second story in the NFL, and the first being the Colts. Might just be me.
I don't know. I feel like I was on the Niners week 1. They covered that against. I was on Seattle week 2. Last week I didn't touch it, but it felt like that was either going to be a blowout or some weird Saints magic, and we found out it was a blowout. So like, okay, a little bit above expectant, but everyone thought Seattle was going to stink for the most part, right? There were so many people down on Seattle.
Hence they're surpassing expectations.
So a little bit above, sure, I can give you that. The Cardinals went out, took care of business around the Saints and the Panthers, right around where the spread was. They covered last week, right around where the spread is. There's no team playing closer to the friggin' line every week than Arizona. I mean, they're a point or a half point off every week. So, like, they're a team you just like, Jesus. But I thought, and people thought Arizona was going to be this, like, potential playoff team. Everyone loves the Seahawks now. And I'm just going to say pump the brakes. They had some injuries in the secondary. Traditionally, this series goes kind of up and down, but the Seattle Seahawks going on the road, short week, off a blowout. Now they did basically have a bye last week. I'm playing the Cards. I like the Cards side here at home. I think they take care of business. I really like the under though. That's my play. These two teams, physical, gonna play defense. Last week was like a little bit of a like it was the Saints on the road for the first time in Seattle, and Seattle just gutted them right out of the gate. Punt returns, block punts. I mean, they had no shot. So to me, I don't think they're going to jump Arizona like that. I think Arizona plays them tough. Close game, Thursday night, division game, under.
Under. Okay.
Under for me.
And I'm kind of I kind of think
43.5, by the way. It's under 43.5.
Trey Benson taking over the Arizona backfield is going to be a positive for them.
Good thing.
Yeah,
I do like James Conner. James Conner's solid running back. All he does is talk trash to the Niners. So
it sucks he got hurt, but like, this is a fresh pair of legs, young. James Conner has what, a year or two left in the NFL.
Yep.
Great back, but he's old.
And then you get to mix in a little bit of DeMarcado. I think out of the passing game, I don't think it's a running back, so you're never just dead with a running back injury. But like, I think this could be in their favor. I think Benson, like the way they can play with Benson and DeMarcado, might actually work for Kyler in their scrambling little world. Yeah. Interested to see how they make those two a part of the official game plan.
All right, let's go over to Germany. Sunday morning football. Steelers are quote unquote hosting the Vikings. They are 2.5-point dogs. Point total on this one is 41.5. Mm-hmm. Do you have any insight as to Tomlin in these games? Because I feel like it's good. Just like going off
road games or just like traveling,
like international games. I feel like Tomlin is actually decent in them, but maybe I'm wrong.
I did not look that up. What I can tell you is that there's no team I want to fade more than the Minnesota Vikings this week. Not one team that I want to fade more.
Why?
Because there's such a fraud final last week. Like, there's another game, like, just blew out the Bengals. 2 defensive touchdowns by the same guy. Like, yes, they were the better team. Now the whole world's like, oh, you already had the chatter that, oh, JJ is not even hurt. They're just playing Wentz, and they're saying that he's hurt, and he's the better quarterback, and this, that, the other thing. Here we go. Everyone's back in Wentz. All right, it's Carson Wentz. It's Carson Wentz. The reason I can't get there, and I wanted to get there so badly with the Steelers, couple things. There's just, I'll tell you what's a trend is the favorite overseas is the play. Like they win like 70% of the time ATS. Like they just usually dominate. That's one trend I do get scared of. The other thing is this Steelers team is actually more Mike Tomlin Steelers than any other Steelers team that I can remember. I mean, this team wins games they should not be winning. They should have lost week 1 to the Jets. They found a way to win that. They should have lost to the Pats last week. They
Defense.
find a way to win it. Everyone's shitting on the defense. The defense comes up with 2 big plays. It's just like this is how he wins. They just mark him down for 9-8 right now. It's gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
Like it just it is what it is. Like this is the definition of Tomlin, and this is where you want to bet Mike Tomlin. As a dog, I'm just not there
As a
yet. I want a
quarterback like
3 to
Wentz.
come so bad. If a 3 comes, I'm on the Steelers. I'll tell you that, and I'll fade the trend of the international teams. But Minnesota is the more talented team. The line's right now, I think.
All right, we have the Bills major home favorites, obviously, against the New Orleans Saints, 15.5 points. Wow.
I
Point
thought for
is 47
sure
and a
this
half.
was on your card. I would have bet my house on this.
No, that's too
You
much.
love these lines.
I know, but I can't get there with 15.5.
After getting blown out the way the Saints did, you have to think they'd be a little bit more competitive. And if they're not, like the Bills just rest guys, back doors wide open. It's just I
Yeah,
can't.
it just
I don't like laying over a touchdown in the NFL, to be honest. You can see that historically with my picks I give out. I give out very rarely, and that's why when I do, I really like it, like the Lions. Um, that is not a play I like to go with laying 8.5 in the NFL. Now you another touchdown on top of that, forget it. That's a stay away from me.
just lost my fucking place. Here you Chiefs.
I was
We're
gonna
going
say,
to
I think we're
Chiefs?
going to the 4 o'clock slate. This was close. This is close. Go ahead.
Okay. So Chiefs are home dogs again to the Baltimore Ravens. It's going to be a Tony Romo game. Let's see.
Oh, yay.
I think.
That was pretty good, actually.
I think it is.
I'm
Yeah,
sure it is.
dogs versus the Baltimore Ravens. Couldn't get there with the philosophy of backing Mahomes and Reed as home dogs because it didn't pan out for me last time. So no thanks.
Yeah, definitely a good idea. A good way to gamble. Didn't work out last time. I'm not going back to that well. Go back to the well, Tucker. I'm telling you, the Chiefs are going to win this game. I in a weird way, like,
card there.
I think the Ravens are, because I'm waiting for a 3.
Oh,
I'm waiting for a 3. I
sorry.
don't know the Chiefs going to win this game, but I just, like, they have Baltimore's number. Like, they just do. And, like, this is a team. Here, I said Worthy was going to be back last week, and we're hearing the same thing. He's going to play with a brace. Who
He'll be
knows?
back.
Like, I think he's back for this week. I think they realize, like, okay, we can beat the Giants even without Xavier Worthy. And if
So
we
you
can't,
see Baltimore losing 2 in a row?
they bounce back like any other team, better than any other team that I've seen in the regular season. But what I watched on Monday night, there are real problems there, and I know Kansas City's got problems. That's well documented. The Ravens' problems are there; they exist. They're not just going to show up and stop the run. Like and the other side to Kansas City, they can't stop the run either.
They
Like
can't
Cam
run the
Scadabo
run.
is running down their throat, so that's an issue. That's why I want the 3 though. Mahomes is not. I will be like they shouldn't have even lost to Philly by 10. They were going to take the lead if Kelsey doesn't drop that ball.
Yep.
Like I'm sorry, like this is a team that will play it close. If they lose, it's by a field goal. I'm waiting for the 3. I think it's going to come. The one thing I will say is the books are getting hammered with Ravens money and it's not moving.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
waiting. They are taking it right now.
So you think we're going to see a 3 by Sunday?
We had one flash last night real quick and it got eaten alive. So I hope I can get one. We'll see what happens. I'm looking now. You can get a Jew. Is that the? Hold on. No. You can't. I was wrong line. Let me see. Just scroll across. I'm looking at all the books here. See if there's anything in market on the Chiefs right now. Where the hell are they?
Don't worry about it.
No, I am worried about it. This is a
I
big
mean,
game.
we're not gonna fucking sit here and search the internet for this.
Yes, we sure are. I got a sheet that pulls in
Sure,
all
yeah,
the
we'll wait
things.
for you. Yeah,
No threes. No threes at all.
cool. Great.
So good, good.
Raiders, excuse me, are 1.5 point dogs on Sunday at 425. Point total on this one is 47.5. Taking on the Bears. It is super square to back the Bears on this one. No?
Yeah, I lean the Raiders. I hate the Raiders, so I on my card. I think the Raiders are a very bad team. But now's the time. Like, oh, the Bears are good now. Like this is like now they're getting 1.5 in some places. They're giving in 1.5 in others. So like you can get whatever you want right now. It's a good teaser leg option on either side. I don't think this game's gonna be either way, but I would lean the Raiders.
Sunday Night Football. We got the Cowboys hosting the Super Bowl frenzy Packers. Point total in this one's 47.5. Spread is 7 in favor of the Packers, obviously. Are we going to see CD Lamb for this one? And if we do, is that enough to support the home dog here, man?
But we're not going to see him. If we did, I would add Dallas on the card. The look ahead in this game was 4.5. Now it's 7. It's moved too much.
Oh, he's going to miss 3 to 4 weeks. I did not see
Yeah,
that.
yeah, not good for CD.
My bad.
But not good for Dallas. Dallas came into the season and they're like, we're going to bank on Micah Parsons on defense and CeeDee Lamb on offense, and now they're both out. So it's a disaster for the Cowboys. They couldn't stop me, you, and 9 guys that we can find on the street from scoring a touchdown right now. They are very bad. I think the Packers bounce back here in a way. Lean Packers hate laying 7 on the road, though.
It's
I
all
kind of
bad
like
from
the
time to
over in
time.
this game. I think Dallas will still find a way to score some points, and I don't think they're going to stop Green Bay. So I kind of lean the over.
Yeah, I mean, Packers coming off a tough loss in Cleveland there, too.
Yeah.
So let's see if they bounce back. We have double Monday Night Football here. Dolphins hosting the Jets, 3-point favorites here. Point total on that one's 44.5. And I got to say, man, I know they lost in Buffalo. They lost by 10 points. They played. They played.
Well, they did. They showed up.
I thought that was for sure was going to be the blowout spot that would lose McDaniel his job, but they played for him. So I kind of want to back the Dolphins here.
Yeah, same. Lean Dolphins. I just don't want to pet the Dolphins when they're giving points. I can't do it. I can't do it. The Jets, of all the teams that have played decent down in Miami, well, Bills actually kind of own them, but the Jets play them okay too down there for whatever reason. I can't get there though. The Jets are bad. The Dolphins are bad. I don't know who the quarterback is. Yeah, I don't think it matters.
No, I would agree with that. It does not matter in that.
The Dolphins can't win this game though. Like Jesus.
No, I think
you got to get this one.
I think it's a big 8-chain game.
As it should be.
And then the final Monday Night Football game, we have the Broncos home versus the Bengals, 7.5-point favorite. Point total on that one is 44.5. Ugh. I don't know about that one. That's weird. That's a weird line to me.
I'm a big fan of the Monday night, 2-night games, and then this game should have been awesome, and now, it's not.
Sucks with the Jake Browning experience we're seeing, and just another shitty Bengals year.
Seriously. With that said, lean Bengals. This supports my 30-point loss trend I gave you earlier, but also like Bo Nix has been bad. He's missed so many long balls this year. Like he's just missing. He missed like 3 of them on Sunday, which drove me crazy. Had a chance to put the Chargers away and overthrew Mims again the second time in the game by a yard. Just they can't connect. Eventually they're going to connect, but right now it's off until they put it together. Can't bet the Broncos even at home, though I do think they win this game. Slight lean to the Bengals. I'm not running to the window to take them either, though.
All right, let's go to our best bets then, shall we?
Let's do it, Tucker.
Okay. Well,
you already indicated where you're going.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's just ride the hot hand with these Patriots picks. And I must say it was a little bit difficult to get here after what we saw last week and how they just shot themselves in the foot. 5 turnovers, the most since 2008 when Mike Vrabel was on the team, was alarming. But you know what? They brought in Mike Vrabel for a reason, and that is to clean up this bullshit from what we saw with the tail end of Belichick and the Gerard Mayo year. I think we're going to see a nice cleanup here this week versus a Carolina Panthers team that's coming off a 30-point victory over a divisional foe in the Falcons. And I could see this being a 10-point victory. The spread on this one is 5.5 here. I feel like a lot of people are going to back the Panthers, saying that, hey, like, who are the Pats to get 5.5 points? And yes, I understand that. But if you watch that game versus the Steelers, they should have won by 2, maybe 3 scores. And they just, like I said, continue to shoot themselves in the foot. So I'm banging on Vrabel getting this team's shit together and hopefully Drake May is gonna eat the ball and not fumble it. I don't think there's gonna be many more fumbles in his future because Vrabel's not gonna let him do that. But overall, what we've seen from Drake May, aside from the Raiders game where he was brutal, but he's solid versus the Dolphins, and you can make a case that aside from that fumble, he was solid versus the Steelers. And the mistakes, whether it was the turnovers or the penalties, just killed them. So I think that May's going to continue to trend upwards. And I think they can win by, like I said, 10 points in this one. So I'm backing them by 5.5 here.
Putting my son to bed as I do every night. Last Sunday, I put him to bed, was getting him ready. Usually do a little rock for the little guy and then put him down. But during the rock, I always now look at the lines for the next week. And this one blew my mind. When I opened the app and saw Pats laying 4.5, I was stunned. I
Yeah,
thought the Pats were going to be on my card this week. This number, I cannot get there with them. And I get it. Like, I get what you're saying. I don't even disagree with you. At this number, though, I'm starting to lean the other way. Like, I think the Patriots are going to win this game. I make the game 3. I just can't get there. I don't like backing Carolina after a game like that, though. Like, that's a
that
huge
too.
part of this.
That
Like, you
too.
just won 30-0, and I just told you during the Atlanta handicap that, like, it was kind of a fraudulent 30-0 win, right? So, like,
Right.
let's be consistent. But I'm one of those guys saying who are the Pats to give 5.5 points right now. But I don't disagree with you. If they can't win this game, man, there's big issues that, like, this is worse than
That too.
this is worse than we thought. And, like, of all the things, like, yeah, they brought in Vrabel to clean it up. For the first 3 games, it's not been cleaned up. So I'm curious. I know he can't run block right now. But for the love of God, can you play Travion Henderson? Like, I get it. He's not
Well,
good at run blocking. But, like, you drafted this guy in round 2. Get him out there and give him a chance to get better at run blocking.
this is what I think needs to change with the offense because it needs to change. Reminder Stevenson might be inactive, if not the third running back there, because, dude, you were huge in the Miami one, yes, but like your history of fumbling is killing this team. And it's just like, if you're Vrabel, like you got to set some sort of punishment there because there was
Yeah.
zero punishment there with Gerard Mayo.
Yeah.
So I
Agree.
Stevenson to potentially be inactive on that one. Other thing is too, like Pop Douglas killed him on that final drive.
Yes.
Like I know the pass wasn't the best, but that was a catchable ball from Drake May to Pop, and then just
He ran
not even
backwards.
not even fighting for the first down on that fourth down in the final minute of the game. Like, come on, dude, know where the stick is.
Half yard short and runs backwards. You just can't do that.
I also think that you might see more Steph Diggs out of the slot too.
Yeah.
Because I just don't know how you can return Pop to the slot. I don't. Maybe a play here and there, maybe, but you got to change up something there and get Diggs more involved because he's kind of been not really his fault. He's just been kind of a passive weapon in that offense.
Yep.
And one more wrinkle to this. I'd be stunned if Christian Gonzalez is not playing in this game.
There was something that came out today though about him. I don't know if you saw this because I know you've been working, but like,
Yeah, Vrabel said that they're going to continue to ramp him up, but he looks for him to play Sunday. I'm
oh,
paraphrasing.
we did say that. Okay.
But I thought last week that he was not going to return. I fully believe that, but they did clearly inch
Okay.
him closer to returning because you got the Bills on deck next week. So I think they roll him out versus an NFC opponent with the Panthers and get his feet wet, if you will, and ramp him up to be 100% versus Buffalo next week. So
Well,
if I get an 80% Christian Gonzalez out there versus the Panthers, I'll take that any day of the week.
he's got his hands full. Because
Ted.
Tet McMillan is going to be a fun. That's going to be a fun watch if he's back.
Yeah.
That's a good
I'll bet
challenge.
Gonzo in that matchup, right? Now who you throwing to? Jalen Coker? You know? Well, the Pats defense can contain that.
Yeah. It was Albert Breer that said, "What I found out is there wasn't a setback with
Right.
Gonzalez, which is interesting."
Yeah, I feel like this whole time it's kind of been a Sauce Gardner situation. Really. I think this is contract driven.
Well, it's his
He's being
money.
as careful as possible. He can't get his money now, but I think he's not rushing to get back because he wants to make sure he's completely healthy for that.
Don't love that because we saw Sauce really struggle being half in. That's all. That's all. We'll see. It's a big number. That's why I'm not there. I thought they were going to be on my card though. I went to that app ready to bet the opener, and I just couldn't get there at 4.5.
I really don't think they're going to have any issues on Sunday.
They may not.
To mention, it's Bryce Young. You know, I know he's looked better as of late, but still, he's got that Bryce Young DNA of sucking, right?
Well, let me ask you this.
Vrabel's going to get in his head a little bit here.
One quick question, then let's move on. The Pats or Arizona? Neutral field. What do you make that game?
Arizona minus 3.5.
That's even higher than me. I'd make it 2.5. But at the end of the day, okay, like this is what the line was at Arizona. Like I just and they were driving to win that game. So like that's where I get a little hesitant. I know there was a lot of fluky shit going on in that game too. So I don't know. You can't. Every week's different. It's 1-1, and matchups are different. But like, this is where I have pause at the 5.5. That's all. I'm not saying it's the wrong side because I don't have that much faith in Carolina either. So I'll root you home. I'll root you home.
Rip off 3 straight weeks here of Pat's picks.
Yeah, let's go. Best bet. Listen to Tucker. He's the best bet guy now.
All right, go ahead with yours.
I'm in the fucking gutter. In the gutter.
But
All right. Another one. I don't think anyone's going to like this, and I'm happy. That's where I want to be. I told you before. I think everyone's going to be like, oh, God, here he goes again, fading the Colts. You're goddamn right I'm fading the Colts. Give me the Rams -3. The value here, Tuck, for betting against the Colts, in my opinion, has arrived. And I'm going to give the Colts all their due right now. Let's get this off the table. I've been against them pretty much every week. So they're 3-0. They continue to take my money. I think I do truly believe that stops on Sunday. Look,
it's enough with the Colts. Like
the Colts are not going 17-0, first of all. So let's start there. And at the end of the day, they've played Miami. They lost to Denver in week 2. I don't care what anybody says. The NFL can credit them a win. That's fine. They lost or should have lost to the Broncos in week 2. Though they played well, above expectation. I'm going to give them that. And then they beat the shit out of a Tennessee team who's probably the worst team in football. So you've played 2 of the bottom 5 teams. No arguing there. I don't think anyone's arguing that Miami and Tennessee are not bottom 5 teams. And you had a nice little fake win against Denver. Now you're going across the country to play the Rams, who just came off a brutal, brutal loss. This is the spot where I usually want to bet against the Rams because that is a tough bounce back. Let's take a quick look, though. Caleb Williams last year, Hail Mary loss. Young, bad teams don't recover from losses like that. They went on to lose like 8 in a row or something. Something outrageous. This Rams team has Sean McVay at coach. They have a veteran quarterback in Matt Stafford. They have veteran receiver in Devontae Adams. Puka Nacua is ahead of his time, like in years. Like, yes, they have a young defense, but that young defense is awesome. And I just think now we got to a field goal. This opened 4.5, and the Colts money's coming in. It got to 3, and I love this number at 3. So that's where I'm taking the Rams. I
Not
don't care if
3.5.
it's 3.5. By the way,
No, you
don't care. I think the Rams win this game by 4 or more points. So if you see 3.5 and that's all you can get, there's plenty of 3s out there right now. But again, it's Wednesday, and I don't know where the line's going at this point. So I also like the fact that they have the Niners on deck. And I like it because of the way they lost last week. Losing that game to Philly makes this game important. You cannot look ahead. You have the 3-0 Colts coming in. Everyone's darling. They're not going to overlook the Colts because they have to win this game now. They do not want to fall potentially 2 games behind the Niners before they play them on Thursday night. So that game will be at home for the Rams. They get back-to-back home games. This is the first one. And look, Jonathan Taylor has been awesome. He's been awesome. There's no arguing it. He's opened things up for Daniel Jones. But to me, this is the toughest game for the Colts. I think Denver's defense has not played up to speed yet. I think they'll get there. But the Rams have. They're 4th defensively in yards per play. They're the 5th best defense in total yards allowed. And this is a spot where I think they will shut down Jonathan Taylor first. They will look to shut him down, and they will make Daniel Jones beat them. But their pass rush is going to wreak havoc on that team. I like the Rams to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
Best bet, back to my roots, Los Angeles Rams -3.
One thing, and I'll add to this, Matt. Daniel Jones has 2 career games versus the Rams and has a passer rating of 53.4 with 432 yards and 4 interceptions, no touchdowns against the Rams in his career.
Yeah, it was with the Giants, so I kind of throw it out. But it's, hey, I'll take it. It
I
supports
don't
my
throw it out at
handicap.
all. I think it's very
no, but it's no. I get it. Like
McVay versus Daniel Jones.
McVay knows this guy a little bit. That's the good side of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. It's a good add to that. I think the Colts love. We've gotten too far, and maybe if I have to eat my words again on the Colts, like so be it. I'll continue to come on here and
money coming in though.
Huh?
Where's the money coming in though on this? Because
Colts. It opened at 4.5.
Wow.
People love the Colts. I get it. They're playing great, but like
pair that with the Rams fashion.
Come on, like I think exactly. This is a little overreaction to me. Now we've gotten a little bit crazy.
Right. I support it. Fully support it. It was almost a like for me. So I like it. All right. Quick recap here. Double like. Lions -8.5. Bucks +3.5. Titans, Texans under 2.5 points.
Tie 0. Oh, it's safety win. Texans will get that.
Yeah. 38.5 is what I have.
Yeah, that's right.
Anything under, I don't give a shit. Jaguars +3.5.
Jerk.
The other likes that you had, aside from our double likes, were Giants +6.5, Atlanta +2, Rams -3 for your best bet. Best bet for me, Pats -5.5. Looking to go 3-1 on my best bets and ignore my overall record.
Yeah, just look at your best bet record. We'll just don't worry about that.
All right. Thank you, brother-in-law. Appreciate it.
Thank you, buddy. Have a good day. Go fix the car, would you? Get the car started.
It sounds like it's not worst case scenario. Sounds like it's just a battery, perhaps. So
all right. Well, under 3.5 days was the right bet then, I guess.
Call up AAA and tell them to come.
AAA will have it done before you're even home. Look at that. He's okay.
Hopefully that's it. All right. Thank you, everybody, and we'll do it again next week. Good luck, because we're going to need it. All right.